Hello and welcome to a new video. In this video I'm going to be riding through the Old Louisville neighborhood, and this was actually recorded a few days ago. This was during the holiday break. This is actually recorded on Christmas Eve. I just didn't have time to get around to editing this until now. So this was riding through the Old Louisville area, when it's December 24th. So there's some Christmas decorations. There are some decorations and lights up. Not a ton. And it wasn't at nighttime, just because it was getting a little bit cold at night. So it was a daytime ride. So there's still some of the decorations up you can see. But this is rolling through the Old Louisville neighborhood. I mean, it's not going through the entirety of it. It's mostly sticking to the area around 2nd, 3rd, 4th Street. Because right now this is just en route, heading towards the St. James Court. And, one thing about Old Louisville that you'll see is there are a lot of really cool churches and architecture in the area. And it has one of the largest collections of Victorian-style homes. I think it is the largest collection of Victorian-style homes. So you get a lot of, very interesting architecture, and you have a lot of homes that are, broken up into apartments or condos, in addition to just being normal, single-family homes. So you have all that kind of in one area, and then this is going through the St. James Court area, where there is a big fountain that's in the middle of it. And as you can see, they have like these cool street lamps. Really cool architecture in all the houses. Now, of course, it's in the winter, even though it has been warmer than usual. That's the time of year when they would not have the water in the fountain and have all that going. So, even if it was during this period of time, mostly, high temperatures in the 60s, only really dipping down into freezing or near freezing temperatures after dark. They did not have the fountains running. So, in this area there are a few Christmas ribbons and decorations out. Not a ton. It's just rolling through the St. James Court area. And up here by the fountain, there was a little cat that was sitting here too. I don't know how easy it is to see if that's what it was on camera, but that's over there by the guy who's doing the maintenance. And then from this area, I'm going to go across the street through Central Park. So you have, the St. James Court area, and then directly across from it, you have a small park. And there are a few things over there that you can enjoy. And two, this is me doing an e-bike ride. So it wasn't super cold during the daylight hours, so still get some rides in. Just make sure to wear gloves and stuff. So this is Central Park, and over here there's a police station. So I forget what district it is, but there's a police station that is over here. Then up ahead, which I'm about to head towards in a second, there is a theater or amphitheater area, which sometimes in the summer they'll do Shakespeare in the Park there, or other performances. Just cutting through the grass here. In a second, at this point there was a dog that was back there. I did not see clearly if there was an owner. The last time I tried to help round up a large dog when I was on a bike ride, it resulted in getting bitten and my jeans ripped and getting bloodied and having to go to the emergency care to get some antibiotics for the wound. So for the most part, if it's a larger dog, I usually try to not get involved myself. And again, people have a really bad habit of not leashing their dogs and just letting them run all over the place. So I'd seen some people, so I didn't know if it was one of those people's dogs or not, but I did not get super involved because a lot of dogs hate bikes for some reason, and I did not want to have to spend the holidays at the emergency care again. So what I'm heading towards now is the witches tree. So in Old Louisville, there is a tree that when you see it, it's very distinctive, and it is you'll see too when you get up here. It's on 6th Street and Park Avenue. So it's this big, large, knotted tree that has all these offerings on it. And, there'll be a lot of things laying on it. And part of the background is supposedly it's where witches and voodoo practitioners would gather. And they were going to take it down for the annual May Day celebration. And when they took down the tree and used it as a maypole, the witches brewed up a tornado that destroyed much of Louisville. It was something that destroyed a lot of the city and resulted in a lot of lost lives. So that's the rumor that it is, or the urban legend is that it's a witch's tree. And it's customary for when people visit it to leave, little gifts or tokens of appreciation or, things like that for good luck. And at different times of the year, you can see the tree covered in a lot more stuff. There's a lot of ghost stories in history about Old Louisville, and there are, real, true crime stories where people had been killed in the neighborhood, and there was one where somebody was in a box or something that was in a basement after they had been murdered. So not to that specific, just to this area. Anytime you have, large neighborhoods that have existed for, over 100, years, you're going to have some things like that happen when it, hosts thousands of residents across, the entirety of the area. But they do have ghost tours. I have not actually done one, but you can go around, supposedly go through some of the more haunted areas and some of the houses of interest that they do that are guided tours. I know people who've done it and said they had fun with it, so might have to do that at some point. And this is too getting back to where there's the bike paths, which there are some throughout Old Louisville. Not all of the streets have them, like 2nd Street that goes towards downtown, or goes, up towards downtown, does not have bike lanes. But here we do have the bike lanes, so it's nice to be able to have those. And on this ride, I don't go all the way down to the end by U of L, University of Louisville, because I ended up cutting back and heading back home after this. But yeah, there's also the annual St. James Art Fair. There's a bunch of art vendors and things outdoors that'll be in these neighborhoods, and that's usually the first weekend in October if you're in the area and you're interested in. So that's, another event they have in Old Louisville. And there's derby stuff and all that stuff too, and the Kentucky Derby goes off. I don't know if there's anything specific to these neighborhoods, but there's always big parties and parking and events like that. But yeah, I'm approaching up here to the end of this ride. So it's just going through Old Louisville in December, around Christmas time, when there were still some decorations up. Not a ton, but there were some. So that'll be it till next time. Peace.